Well, we have super heavy armor. Yeah, I decided to take that as well. My opponent is fully going for the worm. Like, he's going straight for my towers here. And I've seen what worms can do to a tower if there's nothing in front. At this point, it is looking more and more like I'm the defender. I just have some forward steel balls. That's all. He also decides to missile these crawlers. Since their trajectory is going somewhat to the left, that is a good plan. I decide to put down some more wasps, and wasps in triplicate. We'll see if that does any good. These wasps are here to defend the flank. And one of these wasp packs is there. As I sort of consumed this missile, I was hoping there wouldn't be another. But my opponent is keeping up the flank defense. Alright, let's see what happens. If we please. So a missile here is going to get rid of any chaff that potentially decides to interfere with this worm. Of which there really isn't any. So, yeah. This worm is literally going straight for the tower. And there ain't nothing stopping it. Meanwhile here, this worm is getting lasered, but will the damage of the lasers... Okay, it is enough. The worm didn't get the tower fast enough. But you can see the worms chomping away at some wasps, and they're killing a few per strike, but honestly it's not as bad as I figured. At the end of the day, these improved phoenixes are more than capable of dealing with some worms. I mean, the improved level 2 phoenixes, they are pushing 10k attack power. And these worms are going to go down in 5 shots. Put in some ambient damage and it's probably going to be just 2. Poor little worm is going underground, re-emerging to strike at some more wasps, and dies. Well, another super heavy armor, another haste module, or elite fangs or improved melter. Both of us once again take the haste module. We want our units to go fast, and he decides to go for a sudden strike. Well, let's see. Oh, it doesn't show up here. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I would be curious to see if it could one-shot a level 1 Wraith with no, or an equal level Wraith with no modifications whatsoever. He's decided to, instead of a missile, put down an entire worm here, as I've decided to EMP the wasp, because why not? At this point, there's nothing that can counter wasps without techs. The only unit that can is this lone pack of fangs that is going to be hard-pressed to kill all of these wasps. These are level 4 by now. The phoenixes have the haste module, and level 3 they are over 18,000 damage a shot, which means that they can easily kill even these sandworms. Some chaff here to prevent the instant tower destruction that was there the last time, and to put it to make matters even worse, my opponent is going for replicate. Another attack on the worm, and on worms that are probably not going to get anything done at all, ever again. This time no missile here. I decided to just leave these wasps here. He decides to go for the other tower, but there is some chaff in the way. And oh boy, the EMP. Worm re-emerges, can't attack, dives back down. Re-emerges, gets EMP, does get a strike off, but the wasps already got the tower. And these worms are EMP'd and can only chomp away at ground units. Meanwhile, the steel boys laser down his other units, and it's an absolute disaster. As the level 4 wasps and level 3 phoenixes, along with everything else, just completely demolish the army. Ouch, is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, anti-air worm. If you wanted to take any notes, not into improved phoenixes, and not into EMP wasps. Probably also not into improved wasps, let's be honest. Yeah, but it was certainly fun. Like, the main point is, I just wanted to see these wasps EMP the worms and make them completely useless once again. It's amazing. Anyway, let's see if I can turn this one around, but I have honestly not really any idea how, other than, I don't know, get wasps myself, range and anti-air? That sounds like a plan, maybe. Alright, let's set that plan in motion. I think another haste module is good here. And then we're just going to not invest any more into wasps, into worms. And instead we're just going to grab some wasps. And throw EMP. Can't get range unless I sell something, but I really think I should be selling something. Let's sell this worm that doesn't really have any sort of purpose. Let's also missile this. And then we get range on these wasps. And in order to hopefully make things better, let's just throw haste modules on them. And then I feel like we just wanna, like, maybe missile out some units. And probably go straight for... Let's try going through the middle and then curving. And finally... Yeah, probably just get extra health. Alright, let's see how this one goes. So this flank falls flat. And these wasps immediately move up and should proceed to kill these wasps, yeah. And they should also proceed to kill these wraiths. The worms can tank. That is their entire declared purpose in life right now. We are killing the last few wasps and we are killing the phoenixes, and that means we've won the air war. And as we've won the air war, there should be nothing stopping us from winning the entire round. Oof, that is so little damage. Because of the tower debuff. But yeah, there's no more anti-air, so yeah, that's just... Like, it's going to cost me a lot to deal with these wasps. And now he's actually in wasp worm, so I think this would actually be a pretty decent play here. Instead of going overly techy on these sandworms. Because now, in order to match him, I would have to buy both of these upgrades. And at the end of the day, he also has EMP jump drive. We are fielding exactly the same techs. But it's going to be way more expensive for me to counter his wasps with my own. Including my army composition here is worse than him, I think now. Because he has the sandworms and the wasps. So I think from this point on, I'm actually just very far behind. Well, it's not how the match went. Alright, so thanks everybody for watching and listening, and I hope you had a spectacular day as well.